Guys, by request hand-hop tutorial. So I brought my good friend Quinten over here to help us out. I'll first cover some basics real quick. So basically you have to have good one-hand freezes where you tuck the legs into your chest like this. So common mistake, and I made this mistake myself when I started practicing, is that your legs to the back like that. That's shit. You want to pull your legs into your chest. Demonstrate a good form for them. The legs are completely in, so as you see. Now when you see these hand hops, yeah, it's good, bro. So he's making very small movements with the legs. He's not doing this, because actually it looks like you get more power, you actually don't. You will kind of get used to super small hops. Also, the hand shouldn't jump too high in the beginning. This is a common mistake I often see, that either they jump way too high for the start, or they make way too big movement with the legs. Now, when he does hand hops, just do 10 for them. You see his hand actually move around on the floor. If you lose the balance, you jump into that direction to keep going, basically, right? And this is an excellent move to get control. So, the key here, where you work on, is first get a decent and good tuck balance. This, right? Very tucked.
Yeah, that's right.
If you're not tucked out, like I made this mistake myself, you do get hand hops, because I could do 10 after a while. But the form is so shit, it's not a move you can actually work with. Hand hops can give you a lot of control in 90s, air flare, etc., etc. But you need the right hand hops, basically, and not the shit ones. And if you have muscle memory that's wrong, you have to work a lot to get it out of there. So it's better just basically do it correctly from the start. Now, he just gave also the tip that you should have a really solid one-hand freeze. First, just practice them a lot. So you can do all kinds of freezes, but you want to sort of, when you do them, really have it, right? Not like, oh, I stand on the hand for a split second and I fall. Really focus a little bit on this. And then small hops. I myself locked up after 7. He did 2 when we started practicing, and then he got 10. And from the 10, he all of a sudden went to 30. So it went from, you start like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 30. Right? So after you break the limit of 10, you kind of have it. I highly suggest practicing both sides. Can you demonstrate both sides a little bit? With the other hand? You can.
Left is not really my best one, but you know.
That's okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and the other one. See? This helps a lot. So it's very good also at moves like air flare and 90s and invert 90s. And even though I can hold the handstand for 4 minutes, I don't feel the handstand itself helps so much, but I feel this hand hops helps a lot. And also, you practice this move 1 year and focus a lot on it. So you don't have to just practice this move, but take a year, and once you unlock it, it's going to help you a lot. So, finally, you have more tips?
Yeah, the final tip, you said it all right. And the last tip that I have is try to overcompensate. If you fall to this part, overcompensate a little bit. And that will make you steady, actually, again. That's something, if you have that down, you will have like 30 in no time.
5 hop. Yeah, very nice. And all kinds of crap, right? So we can get 90 out of there. So, well, I'm kind of lazy with this myself, because I'm beyond these basics, but this is a very important basic after you unlocked the normal level. So you can do handstands and one-hand freezes. You can do windmills and flares. If you're talking about power moves, this is a lot about the basic about air power, right? And for instance, the air flare, it relies on the hand hop technique to fly over, or you will throw in a flat line and will not go up and will pretty much always fall. So getting hand hops quite important, guys. So to sum it all up, good tuck freezes is a must. Practice also both sides like this. Then when you hop in the beginning, focus on not hopping too high, and make sure the legs stay tucked in.
Yeah,
right? If you jump with the legs out like this, after one hop you will fail. So this is very important. Then push the limit, just keep at it till you reach 7. At this point it's all about focusing on breaking that limit, and you'll get 10, and from 10 you will probably go to 15, 20, 30, because you sort of figured out how to do it. And finally, yeah, you gotta also practice elbow hop and air chair hops to get really, really good and combine all these moves. Just look at, well, he can also do this actually, but Brazilian b-boys often have this first, then they start doing all these combos, and we see many people like that, like b-boy Kill, B-boy J1, all the Russian kids, you see they use the handhop technique to get to these next level moves, guys. So it's an important basics. So that's it. Thank you, Quinten.
Yeah, you're welcome.